Today, I'm going to go through the process of what it looks like when one of your new employees logs in to enroll into benefits, or if an employee is going through open enrollment, this is the same process that they would use as well. So for this purpose, I've created a test employee and I'm logged into their profile. When they log in, this is the first thing that they're going to see on their dashboard. So if an enrollment is available, this blue Start Enrollment button is going to show up. So the first thing that they would do is click on this. And then it's just going to explain that, this is the enrollment process, and they will need to click this blue Start button. And then this is going to be in the enrollment process here. It's going to take them through a series of 7 steps to enroll into benefits. So on step 1, the first thing they're going to do is hit the blue Continue button. And the first thing it's going to go over is the employee's personal information. So they're going to be here and verify that all of this information is correct. And then any of the fields that have asterisks next to them is a required field, so the employee must complete that. And then next it's going to take them through the contact information. If there isn't already an address listed, it's going to ask for the employee to add it. And it's not going to let them proceed unless that information is listed there. So after they enter in all of their personal information, they're going to hit this blue Continue button at the bottom right-hand corner. And then it's going to bring you to the dependent information. So in this case, I'm going to add a spouse just so you can see what it looks like. So the system is then going to need the spouse's information listed. And then once that information has been added in here, they're going to click this blue Add Dependent button. So now you'll see the spouse listed as an eligible dependent. So once they've finished adding in all of their dependents, they're going to hit this blue Continue button. And it's going to bring them to their benefits that they are eligible for. So in this case, let's say they want to enroll themselves and their spouse into the plan. They're going to hit this check mark next to both the employee and spouse's name. And then scroll down here. If there was multiple options for plans, this is where they would select them. And then they're going to hit Continue to move on to the next benefit. The next thing is the voluntary dental. So let's say the employee wants to be enrolled, but they want to waive their spouse. They're going to hit this X instead of the check mark. And then hit Continue. Same thing with the vision. It's going to ask for a reason on why the spouse needs to be waived of the plan. And then, of course, in the event, if an employee wanted to get more information about the benefit, there is the summaries that are linked to the benefits as well. They could just click on it, and it's going to bring them to the summary page where it provides details on what the benefit is like and what it includes. For the voluntary life, the employee is going to enroll into the plan and then select the amount that they would like to be enrolled into and hit continue. And then the last thing is the long-term disability. Step 5 is going to ask for the employee's beneficiary information. So in this case, since we already have the spouse listed as a dependent, they're automatically going to show up on the beneficiary. In the event the employee wanted to add somebody different than one of their dependents, they would just need to click this blue add button and include all of the information for the beneficiary. In this case, I'm going to leave it as the spouse. So then the system's going to ask the primary and what the amount is supposed to be. So let's say 100%. Same thing for the voluntary life. And then they're going to hit continue. Then the system's going to take them to step 6. This is going to show what benefits are currently elected for the employee and who's going to be covered, what plan they elected into. So they would need to review this before submitting their enrollment and signing their forms. In the event that they wanted to make any changes, they could hit this edit button right here and go back to the benefit to make the changes. Once they decide that everything looks correct, they're going to hit this blue continue button and go to the sign forms. Now, this is the last step in the process, is to sign the forms. The enrollment will not be complete until these forms are signed. So if an employee were to log out right now, we would not receive their enrollment information. They have to fully complete this process. So I'm going to hit this blue sign forms button. And now the system is generating these forms. So the system's first going to ask the employee to type out their name. And then hit next. And then they're going to have to draw a signature here. And then they're going to hit next. And the system's going to say when you're ready to complete all of the forms and sign all of the forms on these pages. So I'm going to hit next here. And all they're going to have to do is click in the green box to sign with the signature that they just created. Then the employee has the capability to review the forms. And when they're done signing, this blue finish signing button is going to show up. So all they need to do is click that. And then the system's just going to ask how their enrollment experience was. And they'll just hit the submit feedback button. And then it just says, congratulations, your enrollment elections have been submitted. And they're going to click here to go back to their dashboard. And then the enrollment process is completed. So once that's completed, they are able to go over here to this benefits tab and review what all they just selected as well. Yeah, that's the process for when an employee logs in and enrolls into benefits.